Hey everyone, Orange here, welcome to another video. Today I have another Guild Battles analysis video for you guys. I recorded this match yesterday on Monday, but I thought it'd be better to release one video a day so I can space them out. So this was from our evening battle yesterday. The three battles that I have today are against a Conqueror 1 player and then 2 Fighter 3s. So let me go ahead and skip to the first battle. Okay, so for the first battle, I decided to go for my speed team for the first round, and what I planned on doing was killing the Fire Desert Queen first, and then finishing off the other two, because I assumed the Fire Desert Queen was supposed to be pretty squishy, because I was assuming that this person built her damage and no support, no tankiness. And then for the second team, I decided to kind of run a speed team against it because I had thought that my Beretta would probably move in between, and especially with my speed leader, because my Beretta's pretty fast. I think he's at like plus 90 speed on top of whatever his base is. So I thought he would be able to move in between and maybe attack bar reset Lagmaron. So that was kind of my plan here. And I didn't honestly think Lagmaron could one-shot any of my monsters, and the other team has no stuns or anything like that, so I was assuming that I could just heal up easily and then just control them too much, because the only threat on the other team is Lagmaron, so once you lock him down, it's pretty much over. So that was my whole plan going into that, so let's play the video. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go for the Fire Desert Queen first because I thought she was pretty squishy. I landed the defense break on Veramos, but I decided to attack her anyways, and I didn't actually do that much damage. I'm pretty sure I got 3 crits there, and it did basically no damage. So that leads me to think that she was actually built tanky. I kind of used my attack bar reset randomly there. So I decided to switch off on Veramos to see how squishy he is, and he ended up being very, very squishy. I think that that's a good strategy to do. If you find something is too tanky, then just switch off real quick. Whoa, Bella didn't heal there? I don't know. Did she already heal? I'm not sure. I find that it's a really good strategy just to switch off real quick, because you don't want to be hitting something that's too tanky. Right there, my Theomars didn't hit her for very hard at all, so I'm pretty sure she was built as a support tank with a bunch of HP and defense. So it always helps, I think, to switch off, because if you hit something for too long and it just out-tanks you and you die, then you lose. So I switched off, and it turned out that the Veramos was very squishy, so I win the battle. I lost Galleon, but I think it should be fine. I have a lot of other monsters to work with. So I also wanted to try out a new comp that I was kind of hesitant to use, because I'm always very cookie cutter. I like to use my speed team or my Ramagos team or Veramos and Bella. So the non-cookie cutter team, we need to back up a little bit, that I wanted to use was Theomars, Bernard, Bella. So let me back up a second here okay. Alright, so I don't know what caused Bernard to use the move that he did. I think it was just bad AI. I kind of feel like, I don't know what causes him to do that. And then Galleon was Will. I don't know why. Because the only threat on the other team's Lagmaron, so I have no idea why Galleon's Will, but okay. So Galleon also auto-attacks me, which was very strange. So I decided to go for a stun, or my Phoenix Fury on Lagmaron, because Lagmaron didn't have a speed buff, and he didn't have Galleon's buff, the attack buff, either, so of course he's going to do no damage to me with neither of those. So I decided that it's fine to go for my Phoenix Fury instead of my attack bar reset, and then I just tunnel on Lagmaron, kill him, and then it's an easy match. So I'm sorry about the AI, whoever this was. That was just really terrible, but if any of you guys know why they do that, that would be really helpful to find out. I mean, maybe it's just like a 50-50 sort of thing, But that would be really interesting to see why they do that, because then you can manipulate it when you're on offense. So I don't know. Basically, it was just AI, so that match didn't go as well as I had hoped, because if the enemies actually use the proper skills, we could see a bit of a closer match played out, but that was pretty much just one-sided after the AI derped. So I always like to think that when you bring a speed team against an enemy's speed team, your odds are greater than 50-50 kind of, especially if you think your runes are about the same and your speeds are about equal. Even if they outspeed you, stuff like that happens. So I think you might have like a 60-40 chance of winning or something like that. So that match was just kind of a wash, I guess. Okay, so let's skip to the second match. Okay, so for this match, since I lost my Galleon, I decided to try out my not really cookie cutter team, which is Theomars, Bernard, and Bella. And if you notice, the first round of the other team, they don't have an attack bar booster. So I was assuming or hoping that my Bernard would be faster than his whole team, especially, or not especially, but despite their speed leader. So I thought that I would move first with my Bernard, and then I was gonna probably pop Tyron, because I don't want that threat of CC being there, because Tyron has this freeze. So I'd pop Tyron just to get that CC out of the way, and then even if they do attack my Theomars and kill him or pop his passive, I can heal up and then next turn kill Lagmaron, and then it's just Theomars left. And then I would also have a debuff, an attack debuff on Theomars, so I should be pretty safe there. And then for the second team, I just decided to Ramagos it. Pretty standard, I guess. So let's play the video. So I do move first with my Bernard, and then I'm gonna pop Tyron here just to get rid of that CC. I'm not sure why I'm stalling, but we should continue on here in a second. Hello? Hello, past self, what are you doing? Past self. Okay. I get a violent proc, and then I try to go for Lagmaron, because I'm going to go for him second, just to get him out of the picture. And then I try to land my attack break on Theomars, but I missed. And that should be okay, because the Theomars didn't do too much damage to me. Even when he crits, it's not too much. And yeah, so it's pretty standard, I guess. Just finish him off, and then I win the round. And then this is just my Ramagos round. It's gonna take a while. That's the downside to using Ramagos. Your battles usually take a while, which I guess might increase your odds of crashing. But whatever. So I'm gonna go for Katarina here first to get the main damage dealer out of the picture. And then, because I still want to leave up the other two so they can do some damage to me so I can land clean shots. But I just want to get Katarina out of here because they have the most setup for her to do her damage. This is a comp that YDCB actually runs. I'm not sure how good it is on defense due to like AI and stuff. I'm sure it's fine, just kind of thinking about it. So basically Katarina does more damage when she has immunity on. And then the leader dragon, basically Katarina is supposed to do her sword of something, or SOD, whatever her big skill is. And then the dragon resets her, and then she does that again. So I want to get her out of there, so there's no chance of her doing that. Then I'm going to work on the dragon second. I forgot what his name is. The wind dragon, I don't know. So yeah, I just work on him, and then finally the last person to die will be Chloe. I get a nice unrecoverable buff on him because I knew she was about to heal because he was getting low. And then I choose not to heal on my Ramagos because there's no real threats to me. So I just leave my Ramagos low, and then so I can get a clean shot up faster, and I don't have to sit through waiting for them to do more damage to me. So yay, that's that round. And then the final battle, let me skip ahead. Okay, so for the final battle, I decided to Ramagos the first one, and my Ramagos team's actually super safe because of that immunity, so if Bella decides to defense break something, I have immunity for that, and Velajuel also will remove stuns on my Ramagos, so if Vero somehow stuns my Ramagos, but not Velajuel, Velajuel can just use his third skill, and then Ramagos is up and ready to clean shot. So basically that's what I plan on doing for the first comp, and my strategy was to go for Bella first to get the heals off, to get the heals out of the picture, leave Trevor up so he can still do damage to my Ramagos, and then kill Vero second, then Trevor third. So for the second round, I decided to also bring my same team that I used because I lost Galleon. This team's actually really nice. I kind of like it when you get forced to using things that you're not comfortable with, because well, I guess it does push you out of your comfort zone, and it actually worked out. So my plan here was to, the enemy Theomars might be kind of fast, but not too fast, and then the other two enemies, Briand and Beta, should be extremely slow. I don't know why you'd build speed on either of those units. So what I was thinking was what would happen was Bernard moves first because he's the fastest. My Theomars is faster than Bella, so my Theomars will pop the other Theomars, and then Bella will move and seize him, and then maybe Bernard will move a second time and kill Theomars, depending on how fast the enemy Theomars was, so we will have to see how that plays out, turn order-wise. And basically I was just going to keep focusing Theomars, they would res him, and then my Bernard would debuff Theomars so he wouldn't do any damage to my Theomars, and I have my Bella to be extra safe and stuff like that, so I was thinking that match would be pretty safe too. So for this one, I'm going to try to keep debuffs on Trevor to really control how much damage he does to my Ramagos, and of course I'm going to go for Bella first to get her out of here because I don't want her healing. And she's an easy target. Usually Bellas don't have too much HP. So right there I decided to debuff Bella, but I probably should have debuffed Trevor, but Veramos was about to remove it anyways, so it was actually fine that I debuffed Bella there because it was just doing a little bit more damage to her. And then I tried to debuff Trevor there, but it looks like Veramos is moving before, so we would have just taken that off. So I also decided to defense buff myself with Ramagos just to prevent any unsuspecting damage from occurring, and then I decided to heal up there, but I wasn't sure if my Velajuel's immunity was up, and it turns out it was. It's safer if I didn't know to heal, so I decided to heal there just to be extra safe in case it wasn't up, so then I could eat those dots and I would be fine. So Trevor's gonna move. I guess the turn order kind of got weird, so it is fine to debuff him there because he was about to move. And then keep focusing on Bella. And, yeah, I knew I had clean shot up, so I didn't heal there. I wanted to be pretty low for that. So then I'm gonna focus on Veramos next, just to leave Trevor up for that damage on my Ramagos. That's the beauty of Velajuel right there. Getting Ramagos out of his stun. My Ramagos actually has 72... maybe it's not 72, let me check. I have my game open. He has 76% resistance. I know resistance and accuracy is like really bad, like it's really unbalanced because accuracy like just does way more than resist. Veramos shouldn't really be built with too much accuracy, like usually 50% is pretty good. So that's kind of an odd thing, but I figure having resistance is better than nothing, so I prioritize HP defense and resistance on my Ramagos. So for any of you who are wondering what my Ramagos' stats are, he has a base of 10,545 HP plus 25,187. Then his defense is 560 plus 525, and then resistance is 76%. So I'll be making my rune video soon here. For April, I guess, because Com2US changed Free Rune Removal Day. Basically, Free Rune Removal Day is going to be on the first Saturday of the month, unless that's the first day of the month. So if the first Saturday of the month is the first day of the month, then it's postponed for a week, and it's the following Saturday. So I'll have that video out soon for anyone who's curious about my stats that I'm using right now. So like I said for this one, I am going to pop the Theomars and hopefully seize him. Oh, actually, I didn't know my Bella was faster. That actually makes sense, though, because then she can defense break. So somehow I did not pop him, but that was fine, because I got a violent proc. I think it would have been fine anyways. So we get one of their heals out of the way, and then it's great that I have a seize, so I get a debuff on him, which helps negate some of his damage on my own Theomars. And they do have a Brand who's on Despair, which is what you should build Brand on. And then he gets a stun on my Theomars, which was fine. So yeah, I just keep working on Theomars. They use their second res, so all of their reses are out of the way. And Brienne's res is pretty detrimental to them because the HP gets split, so they end up kind of killing themselves over it. Brienne is one of the best resers, though, if not the best. I'm not sure how people rank them. I'm sure resers are different in different scenarios, but Brienne is one of the best ones. So that was the last battle. So that was all of them. That's basically all I had to say. I don't think I could have really done anything better. I think I played everything fine. I think I just need to work on using the proper moves better, I guess. Like, on the Trevor team that I faced, I think I played it pretty well, but I should have been paying attention to their attack bars more to get the attack debuff on Trevor more often, especially when Trevor was going to move before Veramos. So I think that's basically all I had to work on for the next battle. So my next guild battles videos probably won't be coming out until the end of the week, maybe like Thursday or Friday, because we will be facing a bunch of feeding guilds, most likely. I don't know why this one had good defenses, but hey, it gave me another video to do. So we will have to see what the guilds look like at the end of the week. Sometimes when we're climbing back up to Guardian on Thursday, we get pretty bad guilds, so I'll have to see if it's worth it to make a video. It still might be, even if they are considerably weaker than me. I might be able to like talk about some of their defenses or at least learn something, you know? That's the best thing you can do. Even if it's like an easy match or whatever, you can still learn stuff from it. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.